Hi class, today's lesson is on writing an outline. We'll be reading through a topic, jotting down main and supporting ideas, arranging them in a logical sequence, and finally we'll write an appropriate introduction and effective conclusion. Now let's begin. The first thing we'll do today is to go through a short passage on the dangers of talcum powder, also known as baby powder. Be sure to take note of the main ideas from the passage and other supporting ideas in order to build up your outline later. Now let's read. The dangers of baby powder. Baby powder is an astringent powder used for preventing diaper rash, heat rash, and for cosmetic uses. An astringent is any substance that causes the contraction of skin cells and other body tissues. They also dry out secretions on the skin such as oil and sweat. Baby powder is a soft powder that is used to prevent diaper rashes and heat rashes on babies. Baby powder is soft because it is usually made out of talc. Talc is a mineral mined from the earth. Because it is so good at absorbing moisture and easing friction, cosmetic companies often use it in baby powder, blush, eyeshadow, and other products. Manufacturers crush, dry, and mill talc into a fine, soft white powder called talcum powder. There have been some concerns in recent years about whether talc, especially in talcum powder, could cause cancer and whether it contains asbestos, a known toxin. Talc in itself is considered safe. Talc that contains asbestos is what is dangerous. Some studies and lawsuits link talcum powder contaminated with asbestos to mesothelioma. Mesothelioma is a deadly cancer that affects the lining of the lungs, abdomen, or heart. Asbestos is the main cause of mesothelioma. The inhalation or swallowing of talcum powder contaminated with asbestos can cause inflammation and scarring in the lungs, abdomen, and heart. Johnson & Johnson was the first producer of baby powder. Johnson's baby powder was introduced in 1893. Johnson & Johnson and many manufacturers face thousands of lawsuits from people who claim their talc products caused cancer. In October 2019, Johnson & Johnson recalled 33,000 bottles of Johnson's baby powder after the US Food and Drug Administration found asbestos in a sample it tested. In May 2020, the company announced it would stop selling talc-based baby powder in the United States and Canada. Baby powder use is not mandatory for diaper changes. Hence, a child can be taken care of without the use of the powder. Baby powder is also not recommended for use around genitals. Research is still being done to ascertain the safety of talcum powder. Users should therefore take care when making use of the product. Now, wasn't that an interesting read? Did you take note of any key or supporting ideas from the passage? Let's note them down, shall we? The first key idea is the definition of baby powder. The passage states that baby powder is an astringent powder used for preventing diaper rash, heat rash, and for cosmetic uses. There were also a couple of supporting ideas like the definition of astringent substances and the uses of baby powder. The second main idea is the definition of talc. According to the passage, talc is a mineral mined from the earth. A supporting idea is how talcum powder is made. The third major idea is the dangers of talcum powder. A supporting idea was the definition of mesothelioma, a type of cancer. The fourth major idea was a short history on Johnson & Johnson's baby powder. The fourth paragraph discussed the introduction of Johnson's baby powder to the market and when it was recalled from the Canadian and US markets. And finally, we had a conclusion. It stated that baby powder use is not mandatory for babies and not recommended for use around the genital area. It also stated the opinion of the writer that users should therefore take care when making use of the product. Now, if we want to come up with an outline for the passage, it would start with an introduction. We can title the introduction Talcum Baby Powder. The second item in our outline will be talc. The third item will be dangers of talc. The fourth item will be a close study of Johnson & Johnson's baby powder, and the fifth item will be the conclusion. Now, good job everyone for following the lesson. We have now found out how to come up with an outline for a passage. And with that, we've come to the end of today's lesson. Today we read through a passage, we noted down the main and supporting ideas, and we arranged them in a proper order with an introduction and conclusion. See you all in the next lesson.